I know it, right? And the goal is to get more people to understand and see that we got to get each other back. We got to have each other's back. We got to be that community and see each other as value. I put on Facebook earlier today, I said, once we see THE value in one another, we'll stop devalue one another. DEVALUE. Right. We'll stop devaluing one another because we don't really see that aspect, because we don't see that I can offer something to you, you can offer something to me, and we can just continue to, like you say earlier, build on that. But we're in a microwave society and we want it all right now.
Right, and I agree with you. Just like you said, you know, I got a beautiful daughter. You know, I got nieces. I got you got your mother. You got aunts. So you know, I can't just look at my immediate family and say I just want to value them. Once I start growing and start looking at, you know, your sister, your mother, and you know, all our daughters, because, you know, African proverbs say it takes a village to raise a child. So once I start looking at things like this, where I know if I hurt them, I'm going to hurt me. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So once we go into that understanding, but getting back also to what you were saying, I was talking about in this other song, I say it's time to do for self, it's time to do for self. They're telling me to get a job, and I'm feeling like the help. You remember the movie, The Help?
Yes, sir.
You know, and what I'm basically saying, because, you know, yeah, we got to work. We all working to pay bills. But, you know, this thing about corporate plantation, you know, I'm trying to start my own moving company. I work for a moving company, but that's not the higher goal for me to work, stay there, work there. You know,
likewise,
to each
man.
Stay on. But that's how I think autonomy, because I feel like I could do, you know, and get my own money, and I have more freedom. And that's what the idea is, more freedom, and I can empower others. And once we start doing this, like you say, we start giving back and helping and seeing the value in our communities instead of going outside all the time. Like I said, another song, you know, instead of us just marching, why don't we just stay out the malls sometimes? You know what I mean?
Bottom line,
man. Just out the malls and start building, you know, so you already know, though.
Well, like you said, though, the illusion of inclusion. You went out and wanted something else because you thought that was better, because you said you couldn't have that. They kept telling you you can't have this. But then when they did give it to you, you got substandard stuff. So did you really gain anything? So all those businesses that were supporting us when we couldn't go over there, what happened to those businesses? We stopped, and our ownership level went down. Carl Addison put something out the other day. He said back in the 50s and 60s, I think he said black people work for 98% of whites. He said right now I think it's like 96% of black work for whites, something like that. But basically saying that we hadn't really moved the needle far because we went and got. I'm not saying desegregation was bad. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I'm simply saying that the results was that from my study and what I'm looking at, we depended on each other and we had stuff. And then people came in with jealousy and envy and destroyed that and effectively said, y'all ain't going to do nothing together. So what happened when that went down? They tried to rebuild again, and they steady got crushed and crushed and crushed with help of the government. With help of the police, with help of all these entities that say, hey, vote for us, we care about you. No, you do not.
Right.
You cannot care about me. You cannot.
I agree. And then it goes back to what we were saying earlier. We've been under worse situations than this, where the president was remember, a little girl had the, you know, what they call it, National Guard had to walk the little sister to the school. Remember all this stuff in history.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You know, so we've been under worse tyranny and oppression. But see, the reason why we don't know about this is because we ain't looking at history. All we got to do is look at history. You know what I mean? And when we look at history, you'll see things such as what's the brother name? The Tuskegee. The Tuskegee Institution.
Yes, sir.
Not W.B. Du Bois. What's the other brother name? I got to think of his name. He started the foreman. The foreman in we know the Tuskegee Institution. Well, George Washington Carver had actually came down there later, but what he was saying was we need to we need to build financially. We need our land. See, we need land and stuff like that. We
were promised 40 acres and a mule, but then when Lincoln got assassinated, nope.
Right? So, but you know, this thing, but just think now, if some of these, like the athletes, I'm just using this, we're just using this as an example. When they buy houses and all this stuff, just think if they started buying land, building schools and building things and stuff like that, then you will see, us, we start owning because economic, bro. That's really what we need, economic base. Because once you got economics, then people listen to you.
Well, that's
people listen to you when you got power.
Okay, there
money.
You go. Ding, ding, ding. Gold star once again. That's the reason why. Hey, Black Lives Matter. Hey, pay attention to us. Hey, we do matter. But at the end of the day, economically, if you're a consumer and not a producer, no, you don't. And that's how you get looked at, and that's how you get treated as if you don't. Okay, right now, revolution starts. We're done. We ain't gonna take no more of this kind of stuff. Once we run out of bullets, what we gonna do? So it's like at the end of the day, do you make bullets? Do you make gunpowder? Do you make guns? Do you manufacture any of this stuff? So we ain't ready. So we got to get ready. So right now, as you say, more and more people are getting conscious and waking up and trying to figure some things out because we've been we got comfortable. We have effectively gotten comfortable.
Right.
We've gotten
and,
comfortable.
I was trying to think of his name a while ago. Booker T. Washington. That's who I was talking about.
Okay.
With the Tuskegee. Because remember he started with the farmland, and man, when you read the story, they were starting with, almost merely nothing, and he differed with W.E. Du Bois, where he thought that, getting into more of we needed civil rights and stuff like that. Well, his thinking was different on the lines of no, we need economics because, and this is even when you think about Malcolm X and even Farrakhan, this is what made them effective. Farrakhan, he's one of the freest men because he has his own, he has his own security, so he don't need the police. He got his own security. They got their own land. They go to their own stuff. They was doing this in the 30s and 40s, man, the 60s. This is what me and you are stressing right now. Once you start doing that, because land is money, that's why when they came over here and took land, they understood the value of land. I watched this show called Queen Sugar, bro. I really like the show. I don't know if you watched it.
No, I ain't watched it yet. I heard about it, though.
Man, it's a real good show. And the reason why I like it is different from Empire and all that. It's more because they're showing this man had left his children a bunch of land. And you have some white people, and the setting is Louisiana. They're trying to take the land from them, and they're not going to let them take it. But, these brothers and sisters, these siblings, they had to bond together. It's like 800 acres, which is a lot of land. And, it's sugar cane. That's why it's called Queen Sugar.
Yeah.
It's a real good, and it's showing that all the characters they're showing, bro, are positive. They have some issues, but it ain't no male being shown in a negative light. How they emasculate the black man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
All the time.
And they got the women being shown in a negative light. Man, just watch it and check it out, man. That'll be a conversation piece.
Hey,
but they're talking about, that's what he's hitting on, about land. This is what, so, you know what I mean? This is what we're talking about. Yeah. This land is an economic base, and then we pass this on, bro. And that's another thing that we don't, well, first of all, we're waking up, right? And we're trying to establish, and once we're established, we got to teach our children, and then we got to pass the businesses on to them. This is what we got to do, just like they do.
Yes, sir.
And this is what we're talking about. But until we establish an economic base, that's what Malcolm was talking about. Stop begging them, because if you're begging them for a job, we need to create jobs.
Yes.
If we begging them for a job, then they can pay us what they want us, and all we can do is complain, but you still got to get these crumbs. You can't speak freely. I got to go to your job. I can't say what I want. I got to follow the script.
Are you going to get fired?
So just like you got your own thing, you can say what you want to say. And that's what we want, brother. We want this freedom. Just like when I go to these schools, when I go speak at Prairie View, I say what I want to say.
You have that freedom.
Much, you know what I mean?
You have that
freedom because I'm, speaking up here, and I'm
exactly.
sharing what I know. So that's, man, I support it. But until the economic base, it's all about a dollar sign in America, capitalism. capitalist society. They don't care about who you pray to and who you think. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're right, man. You're definitely right, man. Because I want to try to plan something too, man. We're gonna try to put that in the mix. Something like an economic summit, if you will, like down in Crockett. I'm trying to get the location. Yeah, location to be announced. But I'm working on something like that, and I want cats that want to get involved, like they want to get like rent like some vendor space or whatever. You know, like a little booth or something like that to put your little product up. I want those people that want to connect, and then we can just have people like walk around at different little tables and just get information. You know what I mean? And just share that information for people, you know, and then we can just start growing from there. You know, sponsored by Think About It Radio, of course. You did, you know, but we're gonna, you know, try to put it up there in the mix though, man. So I'm trying to work on something like that for sometime next year. You know, as things come together. You, man. I appreciate it. So if things come together on our network, we get some things going.
And by this time too, man, like I say, I plan on having a book, publishing different things, you know, and different monies I accumulate too, you know, to give back too. So
yeah, I may want to get with you, man.
Pushing for.
I may want to get with you on co-authoring the book, man, because I've been working on the book for a long time, and I got some of it.
Oh yeah, man.
But I talk better than I write, and that's the why it's taking so long.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another discussion we'll have. Yes. And like I say, this book is more of you know, I'm gonna call it Tragedy to Triumph, from Tragedy to Triumph, because you know, as we discussed last time when I was younger, I got in trouble, and I kind of talk about the different things in my life, and it kind of like it's portions of it, because you know when I'm speaking, I can't give everything, because people be asking me questions and want to know more. Mm-hmm. But then you had a book, so then I had a CD which is touching on some different things too. So it's all like a collage, you know, and whatnot. So
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, man. So
once we have that, once we get that economic summit thing going down there and stuff as well, we like you have your little table and stuff set up, push that product, man. You know, we'll be able to push it out there to some people, and like I said, and everybody can connect, and everybody can just start intermingling with each other, and we can just kind of stop this separation stuff little by little. You know, like I said, we can do our part. You know,
man, that's what it's about, man. You know, we gotta. You know, whatever we know, pass this knowledge on. We can't hide it, and then we welcome, you know, new knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
I'm down with that, bro.
That's what it's about, man. Wait, bro, I've taken up enough of your time tonight, man. We can go all night how we go. So again, you know how we do
it, man. There ain't no script, man.
This no script. Just
you got hype at the end. I got so hyped talking about economic base, and I talk about this stuff all the time, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, pushing for this, man.
That's what it's about, though, man. That's what it's about, though, man.
Sir.
You know. Yes, sir. But, man, let the people know how to get a hold of you, man, before we get about this thing. Let them know how to, you know, get in touch with you, the different things you got going on, and give me your contact information.
Okay, yeah, man. Well, you can see some of my work even on Facebook, but, you know, like I said, I do motivational speaking for every youth a lot, you know. I also go to, you know, I've been in colleges because I talk about a lot of different things. You know, I just don't want to address issues as far as just at risk, but social things and current events that are affecting us, especially as African Americans, but just people in general. You can relate to it, so I do that. I also, you know, do music. I plan on dropping the CD pretty soon. This mixtape, which is called Wake Up Call. You can see that some of those lyrics on my Facebook. I'm in the works of self-publishing my own book. It's called From Tragedy to Triumph, and that should be done. I'm looking at the first of the year, maybe around February, which that'll be good too, because that's Black History Month anyway. So, and my contact information is my email is Brandon Whiting, which is WHITTING, the number 2020@gmail.com. I'll say it one more time. It's Brandon Whiting, WHITTING, the number 2020@gmail.com.
That's what I'm talking about. Mr. White, I appreciate your time. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep moving and grooving, walking through the raindrops, and don't get wet, my brother. Can you dig it?
Yes, sir. I can dig it all the time, my dear brother. You
yes,
too,
sir.
man.
Hey, I appreciate your time. I I appreciate your time, my man. You know, hey, this has been Brandon Whiten with us. Think About It Radio. And this has been Shelton J, your man, 50 grand. Hit me up. Think About It Radio. Yahoo.com. @think_radio on Twitter. Keep doing something with your life.